So Jupiter is entering the first degree of Aries. How exciting. A big 12-year cycle is starting now. And each of us will have some personal relationship with this exciting 12-year cycle. It's exciting because it's growthful and we love to grow. We're alive, therefore we're growing, and Jupiter is the agency through which we grow. And in the first degree of Aries, it has this sense of total potential to do anything it wants. I'm going to read from Mark Edmund Jones. It seems very appropriate that we should at least give Mark Jones the privilege of speaking about Aries 1, since he initiated this work. A woman rises out of water. The seal rises and embraces her. This is a symbol of completely unconditioned potentiality, as this may be grasped on the practical side of life. Here are elements of soul emerging from primordial non-existence and of an essentially feminine receptivity, calling up a more masculine or personal self-seeking initiative. There is an implicit emphasis on the mutual interdependence of the emotional and purposeful aspects of self. The key word is realization. When positive, the degree is an illimitability of experience, of which anyone can take advantage under any or all circumstances. And when negative, a failure to find a place in life, because the self cannot separate itself from its own private obsessions. I love it. We do get a bit obsessed, and we tend towards being negative in those obsessions. I can't do that. It gives me the right to do that. Or I've been told I'm not very good at that. Or when I did that last time, that wasn't comfortable and I didn't do it well. And we turn all of these interpretations of something or other into an excuse, a reason why we shouldn't go forward and expand our lives. Well, Jupiter's there now. This isn't just Aries 1. This is Jupiter in Aries 1. And Jupiter's saying, oh yes, you can. You can do whatever you can imagine. And let's start now. You allocate 12 years for this next project, so make it worth 12 years of your life. You can easily go back and see what was happening the last time Jupiter was at the beginning of its cycle. It's a very regular cycle of a 12-year thing. So you could go back 12 years and 12 years before that and 12 years before that, roughly speaking. But it's meaningful. And if you have an ephemeris, you can actually find out exactly when Jupiter was going into Aries before. And you can trace 12-year patterns of personal growth. And you can find out then what it means to you. You can also link your own understanding of Jupiter transits of your own Jupiter. So let's say the Jupiter cycle when you've got a Jupiter return and so on. So you can work out what Jupiter means for you, and it could be different things for different people. For some of us it would be adventure. For others it would be further studying. Others might see it as the opportunity to teach as well as to learn. And so those kind of growthful activities are included within Jupiter's general interpretation. So here, the woman rises out of the waters. So that which did not exist is now tentatively looking around to see if existence is possible and worth it. Now, if we liken this woman coming out of non-existence to an idea, the project that we're just about to begin takes its first form as an idea, and that comes out of the unconsciousness into the realm of consciousness. And ideas float into your mind one after another by the million in a lifetime. And most of them are just ignored, actually. But occasionally you'll grasp one, and it might slip out of your fingers and then you lose it. Some of them hold. And what we're talking about here is the seal is coming up and embracing her. So the seal is a masculine image, rather like a phallus. And so this woman who's just coming out of womanliness, the oceanic, non-differentiated, formless expanse of the potential for life, the matrix of the ocean, the unconsciousness. A woman, a receptive principle, arises out of that, and she's met by a masculine force. So here we have the ideas coming out of the realm of unconscious into some potentially real existence. But it could fall back again quite easily, as most of our ideas do. Most of the acorns from my oak tree don't seed. They fall back into the realm of compost. So that's the idea here, that whatever it is you want to grasp and make real, you have to take action. The masculine aspect of this is action, or at least sharing it with someone else, talking about it. So if you've got an idea about what you might want to do with your life right now, something that's going to take 12 years, and maybe another 12 years subsequent to that as well, but it's going to take a good deal of time, not just this weekend, not just this year even, but this is something you're going to do with your life. This is going to change your life direction. And the idea of it will fade away into nothing unless you do something. So you might want to write that down and talk to other people about it and just collect information and take a step towards acting upon the thought that you have. And you will find that then that meets with other energies, and that thought becomes embellished, and eventually it becomes something. Something in the world occurs because you've had this thought today or this week, which is going to set you on a track of life change. Aries 1. A woman rises out of water, a seal rises and embraces her. Recognition of potential. Everything existing has had its first beginnings in the realm of potentiality, the ghost of an idea not formed, neither expressed nor explicit, yet in seed form, containing the unconscious potential for mature realization. Most seeds, not germinated, fail to realize their potential. In the beginning, to become an individual, we need to emerge from the sea of the collective unconsciousness, to leave the womb. First, the desire is simply to be, because it is still far from certain whether survival itself can be attained. So this is to do with emergence out of the realm of potentiality into the realm of reality, and becoming the essence seed of your own incarnation, your soul's incarnation. Recognition of potential. I occasionally look back and contemplate what I was doing at certain ages, when I was 10 or 20 or 30 or 40. And I look back and I just realise that how I felt then and how I directed myself then was very different from what I'm doing now. And what I'm doing now is unimaginable compared to my imagination when I was younger. I couldn't ever imagine this life track, all of the changes along the way. And I didn't know I was going to achieve what I have achieved. I had not any sense of what my potential was. But I did have a feeling. I had a feeling that some kind like, I can do something. I'm not quite sure what I can do, but I know I can do something. And then little by little, as those feelings were tested, I could try this. Nah, that's not very good. I could try that. No, I'm not good enough for that. I could try this. Oh yeah, that seems to work. So I developed my potential more and more and more and more, unendingly, unstoppably. And I became that which I had the potential to become in this particular way. Now, what we're doing when Jupiter's in the first degree of Aries, we're saying, look, you've got some insight today on what your potential is. It might not take the form of a clear plan. It won't. It might take the form of a vague sense of wanting to connect with something that can move you forward. So you might look for courses to study, or people to advise you, or collaborate with you. You might be trying to find a way to see whether or not your feelings of potentiality can be validated in real life. So it's all about taking that which is unconscious and unmanifested into the realm of consciousness and manifestation. That's what all of this is about. And it happens very quickly now, in order that the next period of your life, large period, 12-year period, will be directed differently towards greater and greater self-expression in the world. It really is quite an important thing that we have to make a difference, and that difference is grasping opportunity. There will be opportunities, and the window of openness of that opportunity will be very short. The window of opportunity that you have, you must grasp it. If somebody invites you, you say yes. If somebody challenges you, you deal with the challenge. If you've got a job to do, you do the job. Do things quickly, because the window's going to close and you might lose an opportunity for a massive development in the expression of your potential and actualizing something that you could only ever have dreamt of before this moment.